Hi friends, I just wanted to talk to you on a subject today. It's about mass leadership, leaders who have the mass appeal, the art of getting into mass appeal. Naturally, the mass appeal and everything comes to politicians, famous actors becoming politician, so on and so forth. But in real life also, in your profession, if you are number one and if you convey what you want to the team on projects and very many things, you are called a leader who has a mass. You are leading a person and a team of about 100 or 200, something like that. If you are able to convey what you want, if the message is delivered properly, and there has been continual achievement in your team on behalf of the company, then you can be also called a leader of mass. We always get impressed about the people who speak very well on very many platforms. We'll be wondering very many times that how is that he is able to touch our hearts whenever he speaks out. It's something reverberating. It remains in our heart at least for 24 hours. And some speakers make us think and rethink so many things. For example, from the Martin Luther King days, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, and come back now, even the speeches of Clinton. You know one thing, the secret is Clinton has been delivering his speeches. For every speech, he was getting $500,000. Such was his vocabulary. Such was his depth of analysis about US and the other global countries. Likewise, we also had leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, who speaks very well, Rajiv Gandhi, Prime Minister of yesteryear, Indira Gandhi, a renowned speaker, a very good orator, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a veteran parliamentarian and a past Prime Minister of BJP, and I have heard Karan Singh MP, who was outstanding. The way in which he conveys, it shows his prowess and wonderful orator. Likewise, many. Recently, you would have heard Narendra Modi speaking on behalf of Bharatiya Janata Party during his election campaign since last year, till he attained the Prime Ministership in 2015. What a wonderful orator. He had conducted about 2,000 rallies and visited very many states, almost all the states. And when he visits states like Tamil Nadu, he will talk about the problem prevailing in Tamil Nadu and he will give the solutions also. Likewise, when he visits at Bihar, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Kashmir, UP, and so many places, wherever he visited, he was very much into the problem, what the particular conglomeration is facing. And he is speaking very, very well. That's the way he has covered everybody. He spoke like a management scientist. He had created all the details, made a wonderful homework so that people and his message get to them very, very closely. That's the reason he has got into the minds and he got the two-third majority, which no other party has got for the last 20 to 30 years. In Lok Sabha, he is behind everything and nobody can beat him in the numbers in the Lok Sabha. That was because of his oration and the way in which he has brought down things. He has become a real mass leader. Recently, I read a book by Simon Sinek. He says how leaders convert themselves. Though they are not born leaders, they can convert themselves. They can create leadership in them. He has called a principle called ETSO. ETSO means there are 4 hormones. The hormones which controls our whole body. the secretion of this hormone develops the articulate way of speaking and doing many things by us. You may be wondering how an hormone can control. Definitely, hormones control the whole body. A few hormones even controls the brain cells like oxytocin and serotonin. He says a principle of ETSO. ETSO means 4 hormones. E means endorphin. D means dopamine. S means serotonin. And O means oxytocin. The endorphin makes you tolerate all the pains which you get through your curriculum of working. You're a leader, you've got to deliver, you have so many assignments, you have projects, you have to go along with the team, get their opinion, schedule, plan, execute so many things through which you go through a lot of pain. This hormone controls all the pain whichever you occur during that. That's called endorphin. The next comes dopamine. It makes you, it soothes you, it gives a solace to your feeling, creates perseverance in you, tolerance in you, have the bearings on you. Should the project while going on face some hurdles, this particular hormone, when secretes properly, you get to know what's the difficulty, what's the trouble, and you will be able to troubleshoot them in a nice and a clear way. The serotonin hormone, which secretes in your body, creates all pride for you. Serotonin makes people know that here is a leader, what the company needed. Here is a leader, what the people needed. Here is the leader who can deliver what has been organized and has to be executed. This hormone makes you very, very proud of yourself and your achievements. And the last but not the least, the hormone oxytocin, very, very close to brain cells. It acts and reacts and sometimes proactive also in your brain cells. It creates an innate love and humbleness in you. The lovely things what you do with your team, you're able to understand, you're able to go along, you're able to tolerate the misgivings in the projects, the slipshod effectiveness in the projects, everything by your teammates, you're able to. You're able to empathize because of this hormone. You're able to sympathize with your colleagues and see that the whole project is delivered in a nice way. You understand, you go into their mind, you go along with them when they need you. Naturally, they also reciprocate the feelings what they had. This is what is said, leaders eat the last. Always you should be a leader, and if you want to be appealed and acclaimed by masses, you'll have to follow. You'll have to make these hormones secrete in proper measures. It's not that difficult. If you practice, if you imbibe yourself in such a way that these hormones are properly secreted at the wanted levels, you will be always successful and you will definitely be wanted by the mass. Have a great day. That's all for the day. Thank you.